I'm here with America's comedian Kurt Metzger, and I have some disturbing video to play for you. Liz Cheney, champion of human rights and liberty, tweeted out a video of her father, who was boy, that guy. If you know, he literally didn't have a heart for a few years. Like he had a machine that was strapped to his body. So he's a vampire. I don't know if you know that.
Look at the face. Look at his face.
He is a vampire. And so this guy started a war, killed hundreds of thousands of people, if not more. Ordered a torture program to cover it up. And when a reporter asked him, "Hey, the people are upset with the Iraq war," he said, "So what?" That was his big answer. So now he's back to tell you that Donald Trump is worse than him. That he's part of the regular people, like you and me. He's part of us. This guy is just like you and me. He's got his Uvalde hat on, right? So that means he'll stand. I
wouldn't hurt a fly.
Yeah. Even though he's a war criminal, he's a legit, bona fide war criminal. He wears the Uvalde cop hat to let you know that he'll stand by while someone slaughters children. In fact, even if it's him. Even if it's him, because he's done that. He slaughtered children too, just like that guy shooter. But he did it with missiles and things like that, and guns. So here's what he has to tell you. He's going to tell you this about Donald Trump.
In our nation's 246-year history, there has never been an individual who is a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump.
It's just ironic that they would have him choose those words, because there was never a greater threat to our republic than that guy.
They should have got Christian Bale as Dick Cheney.
Yes. And Trump's a bad guy, and I should know. I put on a stethoscope and listen to lobsters boil. That's kind of stuff Dick Cheney does. Trump is the greatest threat to our republic since before I legalized torture. Okay, here we go.
Tried to steal the last election using lies and violence.
Why is it only you can't question the last election? Why is it the 2016 election everybody agrees was stolen by Russia and Putin? But you can't say that about another election. I wonder why you could only question one. Jimmy, and that this guy's on that board too. Go ahead.
An election is not like oil. You can't steal it with lies and violence.
All right, here we go. I'm going to start from
the beginning. In our nation's 246-year history, there has never been an individual who is a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump. He tried to steal the last election using lies and violence to keep himself in power after the voters had rejected him.
Yeah, Trump's the kind of guy who shoots his friend in the face, and then when his friend tries to apologize to him, he doesn't accept it. That's the kind of guy Trump... Oh, no, that was him.
No, he accepted an apology from his friends. He allowed his friend to apologize.
He made his friend apologize. He shoots this guy in the face. His friend apologizes to him for getting shot in the face by Dick Cheney.
You know what kind of hunting it was, right?
The pheasant, right?
Like the most, 2 feet from the fat bird.
Yeah, the pheasant. Yeah.
It's impossible to miss and hit your friend in the face, by the way.
Here we go.
He is a coward. A real man wouldn't lie to his supporters. He lost his election.
Oh, my God.
And that's coming from a guy who never lied to his supporters.
I'm more machine than man now, so it doesn't count.
Jimmy, how did he become vice president?
So George W. Bush hired him, who was in his father's cabinet, to go do a search. This is normal. You hire someone to go do a search and find yourself a vice president. And he came back after his search and said, "Turns out I'm the best guy for this job." And then he completely ran the government from the vice president's office because George Bush is a mental defective.
But a great artist.
Which is basically on his paintings, on his finger paintings.
And an alcoholic. So he had his alcohol-addled, mentally defective brain, and that guy saw it, and they came in and took over. And watch. Also notice he doesn't blink during this. Let's watch that.
In our nation's 246-year history, there has never been an individual who is a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump. He tried to steal the last election using lies and violence to keep himself in power.
What about, didn't we have a civil war? Was it there? Who was the guy leading the civil war from the South? What was his name? Jefferson something? Davis?
His tweets were better.
Was it Well, I guess, did Jefferson Davis never say to grab him by the pussy? Is that what it, that's
no,
why?
Never did.
That guy literally ran an armed rebellion against the country.
Tried to escape dressed like a woman.
Did he?
Yep. And they caught him. It was a big news.
Oh, wow. So I think he was just championing. What was his pronouns? All right, here we go.
He didn't blink one time.
He hasn't blinked one time. Want to watch? Here we go.
In our nation's 246-year history, there has never been an individual who is a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump. He tried to steal the last election using lies and violence to keep himself in power after the voters had rejected him. He is a coward. A real man wouldn't lie to his supporters. He lost his election, and he lost big. I know it, he knows it, and deep down, I think most Republicans know it. Lynn and I are so proud of Liz for standing up for the truth, doing what's right, honoring her oath to the Constitution.
I couldn't be more proud of my daughter. Not only is she a certified in advanced interrogation, she literally feels no fear. Some would say to the point of psychopathology, but that's because they're cowards.
Look at him staring like his targeting computer has landed on you.
Yes.
When so many in our party are too scared to do so. Liz is fearless. She never backs down from a fight. There is nothing more important she will ever do than lead the effort to make sure Donald Trump is never again near the Oval Office. And she will succeed. I am Dick Cheney. I proudly voted for my daughter. I hope you will too.
I'm Liz Cheney, and I approve this message.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's nice. You approved of it.
Oh, my God. Dick Cheney on Donald Trump. He's a coward. But Cheney does have, his war record is extensive.
He pukes at the first sight of blood during an interrogation session, I bet. That coward.
Dick Cheney never served in the military, and he was the vice president to a guy who dodged his National Guard, which was a dodge for the Vietnam War.
Well, he stuck up for torture when it counted.
When it counted.
Yeah.
Here we go. Brooklyn Dad Defiant says he tried to steal the last election using lies and violence to keep himself in power after the voters had rejected him. He's a coward. A real man wouldn't lie to his supporters. He lost his election, and he lost big. And Dick Cheney taking a blowtorch to Trump.
Brooklyn Dad, always reliable.
Don't ever give Cheney a blowtorch because he'll use it to torture somebody. That Dick Cheney, he really enhanced interrogated Trump. Am I right? By the way, what exactly is Brooklyn Dad what is he defiant of? International human rights laws?
Get the blowtorch.
When you platform Dick Cheney, you're saying you have no moral core. 1 million dead Iraqis doesn't matter. Babies being born with birth defects don't matter. Torture doesn't matter. Corruption doesn't matter. Veterans don't matter. Lies don't matter. Nothing matters to you.
What if the platform's a waterboard?
Well, how about it? Boy, him saying that only a coward lies to his own supporters. They documented George Bush's lies, his administration about Iraq. There were up to 1,000 official lies.
Yeah. A real man plants a story in one newspaper, then talks about it to another newspaper as if it was a real story.
That's right.
On Sasha's
a real
show?
Man will plant a story with Judith Miller that gets printed without editorializing it on the front page of the New York Times, and then that real man will go on with Tim Russert on Meet the Press and reference that planted story to give validity to his bullshit about an invasion in Iraq. That's what a real man would do.
And then lets Judith Miller take all the heat.
All the heat.
On Who is America, Sasha asked him to sign his waterboard jug.
Did he?
Yeah.
So what was the call? What was that show called?
Who is America? Sasha's playing the Israeli.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, and we had Dick Cheney on, and he was like, "Oh, could you sign my waterboard jug?"
And he did. Yes. How many Americans lost loved ones because of the Iraq war that this man started? My family has gone through years of suffering because of his sending my cousin to Iraq. The Lancet Medical Journal found that approximately 1 million Iraqis died due to the war. Yeah, this is who the shit libs love now. MSNBC, August 5th, 2022. Do progressives love Dick Cheney now after his anti-Trump advertisement? That's what it says right there.
Oh, he slammed him.
Dick Cheney slams Trump. This is what it says right here. Dick Cheney slams Trump in new political ad for daughter representative. And so then they bring on this guy, Willie something, and he says that. Go ahead.
I actually didn't realize it's for her campaign. So, because she's not running against Trump in real life.
No.
Wow, that's amazing. Nothing about her opponent or why
Nothing.
it's just about Trump.
She hates Trump. And if you hate Trump, you'll vote for Liz Cheney.
Wow.
Glenn Greenwald says, LOL, if you spend 5 years praising and rehabilitating Bill Kristol, Nicole Wallace, David Frum, Max Boot, Jennifer Rubin, John Brennan, James Clapper, and Robert Mueller, it's really not that far of a leap. In fact, it's inevitable that you'll end up cheering Dick Cheney. Holy shit.
Well, I just want us to finish building the Death Star, so that's why I support him.
That's right. Dick Cheney is a war criminal who has blood of 1 million Iraqis on his hands, and liberals are rehabilitating him because he criticized Donald Trump.
Yes, Ryan, that's how big a threat this is.
That's. Let's go back to that. I want to. Can you imagine the scene just before they shot this? When his pod opened up and steam pours out, then they lower that cowboy hat onto his head like Darth Vader's helmet.
You see all the scarring behind his head.
Okay. Yeah, like he's doing a Chantix commercial and they got the camera. Hey, we're doing live stand-up comedy coming to your town. Indianapolis, Louisville, Cincinnati, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Detroit, Rochester. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all the tickets for all our dates. See you in Denver, too.